September 29th, 1918. Mervaux, France. Second Lieutenant Frank Luke, Jr., age 21, American fighter pilot, was flying alone over German-held territory. Again, his squadron commander had grounded him that morning, told him, "No more solo missions, no more disobeying orders. You're done." Luke had saluted, walked out, climbed into his SPAD 13 fighter anyway, and took off. In the previous 17 days, Luke had shot down 18 enemy aircraft and balloons, making him the fastest ace in American history and the most feared pilot on the Western Front. German troops called him Der Ballonbuster, the balloon buster. His own commanders called him insubordinate, reckless, a maverick who refused orders. But nobody could deny his results. That evening, as the sun set over France, Luke spotted 3 German observation balloons near the town of Mervaux. Heavily defended, multiple anti-aircraft batteries, German fighters patrolling overhead. Any sane pilot would have left them alone. Frank Luke dove toward them. He destroyed the first balloon, then the second, then the third. Then German ground fire tore into his SPAD. The engine was hit. The aircraft was going down. Luke crash-landed in a field near Mervaux, climbed out of the wreckage, drew his pistol. German soldiers surrounded him, ordered him to surrender. According to witnesses, Luke fired his pistol at the Germans. They shot back. Second Lieutenant Frank Luke, Jr. died in that field, age 21, with his pistol in his hand. He had been a combat pilot for exactly 18 days. In those 18 days, he shot down 18 enemy aircraft and balloons, a pace never matched before or since. He earned the Medal of Honor posthumously. But more importantly, Frank Luke, Jr. changed how air forces thought about combat. He proved that observation balloons, the eyes of the artillery, were high-value targets worth any risk. He showed that aggressive, independent action could achieve results that formation tactics couldn't. He influenced air combat doctrine that would be used in WWII, Korea, Vietnam, and beyond. This is day 18 of 100 days of WWII heroes. Technically, a WWII hero, but his legacy shaped WWII aviation. The story of Frank Luke, Jr., the Arizona farm boy who became the balloon buster, the rebel pilot who refused orders and got results, the 21-year-old who changed air combat forever, and the legend who died with his pistol in his hand, the farm boy from Arizona. Frank Luke, Jr. was born May 19th, 1897, in Phoenix, Arizona territory. Arizona wasn't a state yet. Became state in 1912. The family. The Luke family were German immigrants who had settled in Arizona. Father, Frank Luke, Sr., hard-working farmer, rancher. Mother, Tilly Luke, strong German-American woman. 9 children total. Frank Jr. was one of the middle kids. Working ranch farm. Tight-knit family. German heritage. Spoke German at home. Arizona territory. Early 1900s. Phoenix area in early 1900s was still frontier. Hot, harsh desert. Ranching and farming. Small communities. Hard life. Self-reliance. Essential. Young Frank. As a boy, Frank Luke, Jr. was tough, ranch work from young age, athletic, strong from physical labor, independent, frontier mentality, rebellious, didn't like being told what to do, competitive, hated losing, excellent shot, hunting, target practice. The shooting. Luke became an excellent marksman, hunted from young age, target practice constantly. Natural hand-eye coordination. Calm under pressure. This skill would serve him later. Character forming. Those who knew young Frank described him as confident, sometimes overconfident, stubborn, once decided, wouldn't change mind, brave, took risks, loner, didn't need group approval, direct, said what he thought. High school. Phoenix. Luke attended high school in Phoenix area. Academics. Average student, B's and C's. Smart but not interested in books. Preferred physical activities. Athletics, excellent athlete. Strong, fast, coordinated. Competitive in everything. Social, popular with some, not others. Some saw him as arrogant. Others admired his confidence. Girls liked him, good-looking, confident, but didn't have huge friend group, loner tendency. Graduation, 1915. Luke graduated high school around 1915, age 17, 18. The question, what next? Ranch work, college, business? April 6, 1917. America enters one. On April 6, 1917, the United States declared war on Germany and entered World War I. President Woodrow Wilson, the world must be made safe for democracy. Frank Luke Jr. S. reaction. Luke was 19 years old when war was declared. His response, I'm going to fly. Not I'm going to serve or I'm going to enlist. I'm going to fly. Aviation was brand new, dangerous, exciting, perfect for Frank Luke. September 1917, enlistment. In September 1917, Frank Luke Jr. enlisted in the U.S. Army Signal Corps Aviation Section, what would become the Air Service. Why aviation? Most exciting, dangerous branch. New technology, airplanes barely 14 years old. Individual combat, appeal to loner. Glory and recognition. Adventure. Flight training. 1917 to 1918. Luke went through flight training in the United States. Ground school. Aircraft mechanics. Navigation time equals sign. 0.6 S. Meteorology. Tactics. Theory of flight. Flight training. Basic flying skills. Advanced maneuvers. Aerobatics. Gunnery. Formation flying. Luke hated this. Luke's performance. Instructors noted Luke was natural pilot, excellent instincts, aggressive, pushed limits constantly, excellent marksman, gunnery scores top of class, individualistic, didn't like formation flying, disciplined when it suited him, rebellious when it didn't. Concerns. Some instructors worried, too aggressive, would get himself killed, didn't follow instructions precisely. Loner, didn't work well with others, overconfident, but his raw talent was undeniable. March 1918. Wings and commission. In March 1918, Frank Luke Jr. earned his pilot wings and commission as second lieutenant. Age 20 years old. July 1918. Deployment to France. In July 1918, Second Lieutenant Frank Luke Jr. shipped out to France. The Western Front, 1918. By summer 1918, one had been raging for 4 years. Brutal trench warfare. Millions dead. Stalemate on ground. Air war becoming crucial. Aviation in warning. By 1918, aviation had evolved. Fighters, single-seat aircraft with machine guns. Bombers, early versions. Observation aircraft, spotting for artillery. Observation balloons, tethered, watching enemy lines. The mission. Fighter pilots had several jobs. Shoot down enemy fighters. Protect friendly bombers, observation aircraft. Shoot down enemy observation aircraft. Destroy enemy observation balloons. Observation balloons. The Drachen. German observation balloon, called Drachen, dragons, were critical. What they did, tethered to ground, cables, observers in basket with binoculars and radio. Watched enemy troop movements, time equals sign, 0.6 S. Spotted targets for artillery. Directed artillery fire, eyes of the army. Why they mattered. Balloons allowed artillery to hit targets they couldn't see. Adjust fire based on observer reports. Devastate enemy positions. Win battles. Destroying balloons meant blinding the enemy artillery. Why they were hard to kill. Balloons were heavily defended. Multiple anti-aircraft, triple-I batteries surrounding them. Machine gun positions. Fighter aircraft patrolling overhead. Time equals sign 0.6 S. Balloon could be winched down quickly if attacked. Observers would parachute if balloon caught fire. Attacking a balloon meant flying through intense AAA fire. Low altitude, balloons at 3,000, 5,000 feet. Slow target, sitting still, but surrounded by guns. Very high casualty rate. Most pilots avoided balloon missions. August 1918, 27th Aero Squadron. Luke was assigned to the 27th Aero Squadron based near the front lines. Squadron. The 27th Aero Squadron flew Spat-33 fighters, French-designed fighter. Single seat. 1 or 2 machine guns. Fast, sturdy. Effective aircraft. Luke's arrival. When Luke arrived at the squadron, cocky attitude, rubbed some pilots wrong way. Confident, some saw as arrogant. Loner, didn't bond with squadron immediately. Talked about shooting down enemy aircraft. Other pilots' reactions. Let's see if he can back up the talk. August to early September 1918. Early missions. For the first few weeks, Luke flew regular missions, patrols, escorts, formation flying. Results, nothing. No kills. No action. Luke's frustration. Luke was frustrated, came to fight seeing no action. Formation flying boring. Wanted to attack enemy. Growing restless. The commander's view. Squadron commanders saw Luke as eager but inexperienced. Needed to learn teamwork. Too individualistic. Needed to follow orders. September 11th, 1918. The partnership. On September 11th, 1918, Luke befriended another pilot, Second Lieutenant Joseph Werner. Joseph Werner. Werner was, also of German descent, like Luke, quiet, steady pilot. Excellent wingman. Loyal friend. Complemented Luke's aggressive style. The partnership, Luke and Werner formed a partnership. Luke would attack targets, aggressive. Werner would protect Luke's tail, defensive. Perfect team. Trusted each other completely. This partnership would change everything. September 12th, 1918. The first balloon. On September 12th, 1918, Luke and Werner decided to attack a German observation balloon near Mariel. The plan. Luke would dive on the balloon. Werner would cover him from German fighters. Get in. Destroy balloon. Get out. The attack. Luke dove toward the balloon. Triple a fire in 10. Tracers everywhere. Luke kept diving. Machine guns firing. Balloon caught fire. Explosion. Luke's first kill. 1 German observation balloon destroyed. The reaction. Back at base. Squadron congratulated Luke. First balloon kill for 27th Squadron. Proved Luke could back up his talk. But Luke wasn't satisfied. He wanted more. September 12th, 1918. The rampage begins. Over the next 3 days, Luke and Werner went after balloons aggressively. September 12th, 1 balloon, Luke's first kill. September 13th, 2 balloons destroyed. September 14th, 1 balloon destroyed. 4 balloons in 3 days. The squadron's reaction. The 27th Squadron was stunned. Balloons extremely dangerous targets. Most pilots avoided them. Luke seeking them out. Getting results. German reaction. German forces noticed someone targeting balloons specifically. Very aggressive American pilot balloons being destroyed regularly. They started calling him the Ballon Booster. September 15th, 1918. Continued success. Luke and Werner continued. September 15th, 1 balloon, 1 German fighter. September 16th, 3 balloons in 1 mission. September the 17th, 2 balloons. The count. By September the 17th, 10 balloons destroyed, 1 German fighter, 11 victories in 6 days. Luke was becoming legend. The tactic. Luke's balloon busting tactic. 1. Identify balloon location. 2. Dive from altitude, speed and surprise. 3. Fire machine guns at balloon, incendiary rounds. 4. Balloon explodes, hydrogen filled. 5. Climb away through WWII Fire 6. Wayner covers from German fighters. Extremely dangerous, but effective. The problem: discipline? As Luke's kill count grew, so did his discipline problems. The issues: Luke and Wayner flying unauthorized missions, not following flight plans, attacking targets without orders, coming back late or to different airfields, not following chain of command, time =0.6 S, squadron commander's frustration. The commander, Captain Alfred Grant, was conflicted, Luke getting incredible results, but completely ignoring orders, putting himself and Wayner at risk, not following procedures. Bad example for other pilots. Grant warned Luke repeatedly, "Follow orders or you're grounded." Luke's response: Luke would nod, say, "Yes, sir," then do whatever he wanted anyway, because it was working. September 18th, 1918. Tragedy. September 18th, 1918. Changed everything. The mission. Luke and Wayner went after more balloons. Unauthorized, of course. The attack. During the mission. Luke destroyed balloons. Wayner was covering him. German fighters, Fokker D.7s, attacked. Massive dogfight. Joseph Wayner was shot down. Wayner's aircraft was hit, went down, crashed. Joseph Wayner, Luke's friend, wingman, partner, was killed. Luke's reaction. When Luke landed and learned Wayner was dead, devastated. Wayner was his only close friend. Enraged, blamed himself for Wayner's death. Withdrawn, stopped talking to other pilots. Determined, would avenge Wayner. The chain. After Wayner's death, Luke became even more reckless. Flying solo missions, no wingman, attacking everything. Taking insane risks. Seeking revenge. Death wish, possibly. September 18th, 1918. The final rampage. In the 10 days after Wayner's death, Frank Luke went on an unprecedented killing spree. September 18th, 3 balloons. Day Wayner died. September 26th, 2 balloons. September 27th, 2 balloons. September 28th, 3 balloons, 2 German fighters. Plus earlier kills = 18 total victories in 17 days. The pace. Frank Luke was killing enemy aircraft balloons at rate never seen. More than 1 kill per day, average. Attacking most dangerous targets. Flying alone. Against orders. Unstoppable. September 28th, 1918. The final warning. On September 28th, after Luke landed from another unauthorized mission, Captain Grant had had enough. The confrontation. Grant: "Luke, you're grounded. No more flying until I say so. You keep disobeying orders. It stops now." Luke: "Yes, sir." But everyone knew Luke wouldn't listen. September 29th, 1918. The last day. Morning. The grounding. On the morning of September 29th, 1918, Captain Grant reiterated to Luke, "You're grounded. Do not fly today. That's an order." Luke: "Yes, sir." But Luke had already spotted 3 German balloons near the town of Mervaux on his maps. 3 balloons, heavily defended, deep in German territory. The decision. Around 1600 hours, 4 p.m., Luke walked to his S-Pad 13. Other pilots saw him. "Luke, you're grounded." Luke: "I know." Then he climbed into his aircraft and took off anyway. His last flight, 1630 hours, over German lines. Luke flew his SPAD toward Mervaux, behind German lines. He spotted the 3 German observation balloons, heavily defended, AAA batteries, German fighters overhead. Afternoon sun setting. Visibility good. Any sane pilot would have turned back. The attack. First balloon. Luke dove toward the first balloon. Triple of fire intense. Tracers filling sky. Luke firing machine gun. Time. =0.6 S. Balloon exploded. First balloon destroyed. The attack. Second balloon. Without pausing, Luke attacked the second balloon. Even more, triple a fire, Germans alerted. Luke pressing attack. Balloon caught fire. Explosion. Second balloon destroyed. The attack. Third balloon. Luke turned toward the third balloon. Every German gun firing at him. Aircraft being hit. Luke still attacking. Machine guns firing. Third balloon exploded. All three balloons destroyed. But Luke's Spad was badly damaged. The hit. German ground fire had torn into Luke's aircraft. Engine hit. Fuel line damaged. Aircraft losing power. Smoke from engine. Going down. The crash. Luke tried to nurse the damaged Spad back toward Allied lines, but couldn't make it. Around 1700 hours, 5 p.m., Luke crash-landed in a field near the town of Mervaux, in German-held territory. On the ground, Luke climbed out of the wreckage, banged up from crash, but mobile, drew his pistol, Colt .45 automatic, looked around. German soldiers were approaching from the town. The witnesses, French civilians in Mervaux, occupied by Germans, watched what happened next. A group of German soldiers surrounded the crashed aircraft. They could see the American pilot standing near his plane with a pistol. The German soldiers called out, "Surrender, hands up," according to multiple French witnesses. Frank Luke fired his pistol at the German soldiers. The Germans fired back. Luke was hit multiple times. He fell. Second Lieutenant Frank Luke, Jr., died in that field near Mervaux, France. Age 21 years, 4 months. He died with his pistol in his hand, refusing to surrender. The body. German soldiers approached Luke's body, checked for identification. Found his papers. Second Lieutenant Frank Luke, Jr., 27th Aero Squadron. Took his personal effects. Left his body in the field. Later, French civilians buried Luke in the local cemetery. September 30th, 1918. Missing. When Luke didn't return on September 29th, the 27th Squadron listed him as missing in action. Captain Grant's reaction. Grant was devastated, angry at Luke for disobeying orders, but also grieving. Luke was his pilot. Guilty had grounded Luke. Conflicted. The squadron. Other pilots had mixed reactions. Some, he brought it on himself, always disobeying orders. Others, but look at his record. 18 kills in 17 days. All agreed. He was the most aggressive pilot they'd ever seen. October to November 1918. Confirmed dead. Through October, reports filtered back. French civilians reported American pilot shot down near Mervaux. Time equals sign 0.6 S. German records captured showed Luke's death. Body located in French cemetery. Status changed to killed in action. November 11th, 1918. Armistice. On November 11th, 1918, World War I ended. Frank Luke had been dead 43 days. The final tally. Frank Luke Jr. .S final record. 18 confirmed victories. 14 observation balloons. 4 German aircraft. All in 17 days of combat. September 12, 29, 1918. The record. Luke's 18 victories in 17 days made him second highest American ace of WWII, behind Eddie Rickenbacker's 26. Fastest ace in American history. Most balloons destroyed by any pilot, 14. The Balloon Buster, legend. 1919, Medal of Honor. In 1919, Second Lieutenant Frank Luke Jr. was posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor. The citation, condensed. For conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity above and beyond the call of duty, Second Lieutenant Luke, by skill, determination, and bravery, and in the face of heavy enemy fire, successfully destroyed 8 enemy observation balloons in 4 days. On his last flight, he destroyed 3 balloons and was forced down by enemy fire, where he died refusing to surrender to the enemy. The family. Luke's father, Frank Luke Sr., received the Medal of Honor on behalf of his son. The Arizona farm family mourned their boy, who had died at 21 in France. The legacy, military legacy, air combat doctrine. Frank Luke Jr., Dakkota's greatest legacy was how he changed air combat thinking. Before Luke, balloons seen as dangerous, low-priority targets. Most pilots avoided balloon missions, emphasis on fighter versus fighter combat. Balloons killed by opportunistic attacks. After Luke, balloons recognized as high-value targets, worth the risk to attack them. Specialized balloon-busting tactics developed. Blind the enemy became doctrine. World War II influence. Luke's tactics influenced World War II aviation, attacking enemy observation, reconnaissance aircraft radar, value of aggressive independent pilots, importance of destroying enemy eyes, specialized attack missions. Korean War, Vietnam, modern. The doctrine continued, attacking enemy radar sites, destroying enemy reconnaissance, SEAD, suppression of enemy air defenses, wild weasel missions. All traced back to Frank Luke proving, attack the enemy's eyes no matter the cost. Personal legacy. Luke's legacy as a pilot, most aggressive American pilot of war. Fastest ace ever, 18 in 17 days. Refused to follow rules when rules were wrong. Got results. Died as he lived, fighting, refusing surrender. Rebel ace. Luke established the archetype, doesn't follow orders, gets results. Respected for ability, not conformity. Would rather die than surrender. This influenced later rebel aces. Pappy Boyington, day 17. Black Sheep Commander, similar attitude. Many World War II, Korea, Vietnam pilots who broke rules but got results. Cultural legacy. Luke Air Force Base, Arizona, named in his honor. Streets, schools, buildings named for him. Arizona legend. Symbol of American fighting spirit. The balloon buster legend. The numbers. Combat record. Total victories, 18, 14 balloons, 4 aircraft. Combat period, September 12, 29, 1918, 17 days. Kills per day, for 1.06 average. Balloons destroyed, 14, most of any pilot. Aircraft destroyed, 4, fastest ace in American history. Most productive days, September 18, 3 balloons, day Wayner died. September 16, 3 balloons in 1 mission. September 28th, 3 balloons plus 2 aircraft equal sign 5 kills in 1 day. September 29, 3 balloons, final mission killed. Life timeline. Born May 19, 1897, Phoenix, Arizona Territory. Warrant declared April 6, 1917, age 19. Enlisted September 1917, age 20. Wings, commission. March 1918, age 20. Deployed France, July 1918, age 21. First kill, September 12, 1918, age 21. Werner killed, September 18, 1918, age 21. Last mission, September 29, 1918, age 21. Died September 29, 1918, age 21 years, 4 months. WWII ended November 11, 1918, 43 days after Luke's death. Medal of Honor, 1919, posthumous. Awards, Medal of Honor, posthumous. Distinguished Service Cross with Oak Leaf Cluster. Italian War Cross. Various campaign medals. Comparison to other aces. Eddie Rickenbacker, WWII, 26 kills, highest American WWII ace. Longer period. More discipline. Survived war, lived to 82. Frank Luke Jr., WWII, 18 kills, second highest American WWII ace, 17 days. Undisciplined, died at 21. The difference, Rickenbacker, steady by the book, long career. Luke explosive, rebellious, brief but legendary. May 19th, 1897. Born on Arizona ranch. Farm boy, strong, tough, independent, rebellious. April 1917. America enters WWII. Luke, I'm going to fly. March 1918. Wings, age 20, natural pilot. Aggressive, loner, cocky. July 1918. France. 27th Aero Squadron, Espiads, waiting for action. September 12th, 1918. First kill. Observation balloon. The balloon buster was born. September 12th, 1918. 17 days. 18 kills. 14 balloons. 4 aircraft. Faster than anyone before or since. September 18th, 1918. Wayner killed. Luke's friend and wingman dead. Luke goes solo. Even more reckless. Revenge. September 28th, 1918. Grounded. Orders, do not fly. Luke, yes, sir. September 29th, 1918. Luke takes off anyway. 3 balloons near Mervaux. Destroys all 3. Shot down. Crash lands. German soldiers surround him. Surrender. Luke draws pistol, fires. Germans fire back. Luke falls, age 21. 1919. Medal of Honor, posthumous. The balloon buster, the legend. His legacy, proved attacking observation = high-value mission. Changed air combat doctrine. Influenced WWII, Korea, Vietnam, modern SEAD. The rebel ace who got results. Died refusing to surrender. That's Frank Luke Jr., the farm boy who became the balloon buster. The fastest ace ever. The rebel who changed aviation. The 21-year-old who died with his pistol in his hand. The legend who proved some rules need to be broken.